Hello, my friend. I pray that this finds you well. So, I got a question for you. Have you ever been in an emotional funk that you are just having a hard time getting out of? And just as importantly, how did you get out of that? Or how do you get out of those emotional doldrums that you just cannot feel, you cannot just shake off? Well, I was in one of those this morning. Lately, I've been a little concerned with just a few pressing items, whether it's in my personal life, in my family, and even at my work. And every now and then, I have found myself feeling a little on the downside. And here's what I've come to find out, that almost always, it's always a question of where is my attention, where is my focus, where is my consciousness. And almost always, it turns out that during those moments that I feel down, it's because I'm hyper focused on something that's wrong, on something that's negative, on something that's missing. And in so doing, by focusing on what's missing, I end up missing what's present. And by focusing on what's going wrong, I tend to miss what's going right. And what I found works for me is to shift my focus, to shift my attention, to find good. Because in those moments, I'm typically focused on finding what's wrong. If I can shift my focus and find what's good, that tends to resolve the situation. It's Diane van Furstenberg, I probably butchered that last name, who said that good is God with two O's. Good is God with two O's. So when we tend to look for the good, we end up finding God. And so it begs the question, how do you switch your consciousness to start focusing on what's good? Gratitude. You've heard me say it 1,000 times, and if you follow me for any length of time, you'll probably hear me say it 1,000 more times, because in my journey of self-development, I've come to find that our attitude, by and large, determines not just the quality, but also the trajectory of our lives, more than probably anything else in our lives. And of the many different attitudes that we could embrace, in my books, right there at the top, is an attitude of gratitude. It works wonders. And so I normally just ask myself the question, what am I grateful right here, right now? And that tends to bring my presence back to the present. So, like this morning when I was feeling down, it turns out that I was clipping my nails. And I asked myself that question, even right now, your focus is on the wrong things. What are you grateful for right here, right now? And I was looking at the nail clippers and I found myself saying, God, thank you that I can see. And I thank you that I can see shapes. And I was looking at the nail clippers. And thank you that I can see luster, when I was seeing the shine of the stainless steel. And thank you that I can see texture, nail clippers tend to be on the smoother side than, say, maybe a nail file. Small things, but it's funny how my feelings shifted. And that's because my focus shifted. So, my friend, I know this sounds easy. But the next time you are in an emotional funk that you just cannot seem to shake off, I pray that in that moment you will ask yourself, what am I really focusing on? What am I really thinking about in this moment? And more often than not, you will find that your focus is on what's negative, on what's wrong, on what's missing. And if you will look for the good in that moment and ask yourself the question, what am I grateful for right here, right now? That question has a way of tuning you in to the good that's already present. And in the words of the hymnist, just start counting your blessings in your mind. I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for this. And persist. And before long, listen, you cannot be grateful and worried at the same time. You cannot be grateful and doubtful at the same time. You cannot be grateful and fearful at the same time. Try it. That's it, my friend. Talking of things that I am grateful for right here, right now, I'm so grateful for the sun as it hits my head. It feels so, so good. The weather is so nice and beautiful. There's a car that passed right next to me, and I'm grateful for living in a country where, as a pedestrian, you are respected on the road, you know. So just, it's the little things that sometimes we take for granted. That's it, my friend. Have a gratitude-filled day. Until next time, bye-bye. Hey, listen, I'm grateful for you and the blessing that you are in this world. You matter, and your contribution and the light that you shine matters. And thank you for tuning in and watching today. Bye-bye.